How prevalent is psychological distress among adolescents? This question might seem simple, but the answer paints a complex picture of the mental health landscape for young people around the globe. A study involving over 222,000 school-going adolescents, of which 53.3% were girls, found that 17.9% of them were experiencing psychological distress. Interestingly, girls reported higher levels of distress than boys, with 20.8% compared to 14.9%. Now let's take a closer look at these numbers. They might seem like just percentages, but they represent a significant portion of our youth dealing with psychological distress, a term that encompasses a range of mental health issues including anxiety and depression. The study also explored the geographical distribution of psychological distress. Adolescents in the African region reported the highest prevalence at 22.5%, while those in the Southeast Asia region reported the lowest at 11.3%. This regional variance indicates the presence of diverse cultural, societal, and economic factors influencing the mental health of adolescents. But the study didn't stop at just measuring psychological distress. It delved into the dietary habits of these adolescents. The prevalence of inadequate fruit intake was 37%, inadequate vegetable intake was 28.5%, daily soft drink consumption was at 50%, and weekly fast food consumption was at 57.4%. Here's where it gets even more interesting. The study found a clear association between psychological distress and these unhealthy dietary behaviors. Adolescents experiencing psychological distress were more likely to have inadequate fruit and vegetable intake, and more likely to consume soft drinks daily and fast food weekly. In terms of numbers, psychological distress increased the odds of inadequate fruit intake by 19%, inadequate vegetable intake by 19%, daily soft drink consumption by 14%, and weekly fast food consumption by 12%. So, what do these key findings tell us? They reveal a substantial variance in the burden of psychological distress and unhealthy dietary behaviors across different regions. More importantly, they highlight a critical link between psychological distress and unhealthy dietary habits among adolescents. The implications of these findings are immense. They underline the importance of addressing not only the mental health issues of adolescents but also their dietary habits. It becomes clear that efforts to improve the mental health of adolescents must go hand in hand with initiatives to promote healthy eating habits. In conclusion, the prevalence of psychological distress among adolescents is not only a mental health issue, but also a dietary one. This knowledge could be crucial in shaping future health policies and interventions aimed at enhancing the overall well-being of our youth. The health of our adolescents is a reflection of our society, and it's clear we have important work to do.